Hi everyone, this is Daphne with math problems, solving your math problems. And today we are going to use elimination method to solve two equations, two simultaneous equations. And mind you, the difference between elimination and substitution is with substitution, as if you have not watched it yet, we had some problems with substitution. With substitution, you get rid of, you use one equation to make one variable a subject, and then you go back to the opposite equation and put that variable that you just new equation you created into the next one to you have gotten rid of one of the variables. So, but this two, you are going to be using the two equations to solve the problem. And you will still be creating new equations anyways. So let's show an example. So we have 2x plus y equals 5. I call this equation 1. And equation 2, 3x minus 2y equals negative 3, equation 2. So with the elimination method, I'm looking at these two equations and I'm trying to do something that is going to help me get rid of all of x when I add or subtract these two equations, so that I'll be left with y alone. Or I want to get rid of all of y so that I'll be left with x alone. So what do we do here? I can see y is alone. If I multiply this equation 1 by 2, y2, because I have 2y here, I have negative 2y here. So that when I come in turn and I add the two equations, y will go away. That's why I choose 2. If it was positive here, I'll be choosing negative 2. So let's do that. 2 times equation 1 is 4x plus 2y equals 5. I will call this equation 3. Now, I would say equation 3, let me write it here. Equation 3 plus equation 2. I'm going to write equation 2 directly under this. 3x minus 2y equals negative 3. And I'm going to draw a line because I'm doing addition. This is equation 2. Now I'll do normal addition. I'm adding these two equations. I'm doing normal addition, as you and I know. What is 5 plus negative 3 is the same as 5 minus 3, which is 2. What is 2y minus, because 2y plus, I have plus sign here. So 2y plus minus 2, 2y is 2y minus 2, which is 0. I have 0 here. 4x plus 3 is going to give me 7x. This means 7x equals 2, and x equals 2 divided by 7. I think you can see that if I divide through by 7 here and divide through, 7 will cancel, x is left, and I have this. So I have x equals 2/7. Oh yeah, I have a mistake here. When I multiplied equation 1 by 2, I made a mistake. This is supposed to be 10. I'm sorry. 10. 2 times equation 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times y is 2y. 2 times 5 is 10. So that this would have been 7. And this will be 7. And this will be 7 divided by 7, which equals 1. So we have x equals 1. x equals 1. Now we are going to use the value of x equals 1. We can put it in any equation to solve for y. Let's choose to put it in equation 1 because we have the value of x. So if I put x equals 1 in equation 1, I will have 2 times 1 plus y equals 5. And 2 plus y equals 5. If I subtract 2 from both sides, I will have 2 minus 2 plus y equals 5 minus 2. And y equals 3. So we have our answer, xy equals 1, 3. That is the elimination method. That's one problem solved. Now I'm going to solve another problem still using the elimination method. Problem number 2 using the elimination method. Let's solve the equations. 5x plus 4y equals 7, equation 1. And 3x plus y equals 7, equation 2. So again, I look at the two equations and I see what can I do so that I can, when I add or when I subtract the two equations, one of the variables will go away. I can see that here, if I want to use x, it means I have to multiply this top by 3 and then multiply this bottom equation by 5 to make x to be the same number. So we are looking for a way that we can make both x on each line, on both equations to be the same value, or y on both equations to be the same value, so that when we subtract or when we add, we have a 0 for that variable. So for this, I can easily see that if I multiply the bottom equation by -4, I will have just what I want. Some other person would think, okay, let me multiply the bottom equation by 4. Then at the end, I will say equation 1, take away the new equation. Or I will multiply by -4. So let's multiply by 4. So 4 times equation 2 implies 12x plus 4y equals 28. I call this again equation 3. Now I am going to do equation 3 minus equation 1. 3 minus 1. This is 3 already written, so I'll write 1 directly under it. 5x plus 4y equals 7. I'll write a big minus sign here. And this minus sign is for this entire equation. So I will have 28 minus 7 is 21. 4y minus 4y goes away. 12x minus 5x gives me 7x. This means 7x equals 21 and x equals 3. X equals 3. I hope that is understanding, because here I divide both sides by 7 and then x equals 3. Now I will take 3 and go substitute in one of the equations. Mind you, if I go substitute it in equation 3, I will still have the answer, but this equation is multiplied by a number, so it will just make it cumbersome for me. So I would choose to go substitute it in equation 2, because I can see y is already by itself there. So I would put x equal 3 in 2. And I will have 3 times 3 plus y equals 7. 3 times 3 is 9 plus y equals 7. I take subtract y from both sides, or I take y to the other side of the equation. It becomes y equals 7 take away 9. And y will be equals -2. So xy equals 3, -2. And we have solved the two simultaneous equations by elimination. Thank you again so much for watching, and God bless you in your endeavors, and may you excel in your math. Please like, share, subscribe. Bye-bye.